Yes, sweetheart. Oh, okay, I'm going green shirt first, and then your adorableness next. Hard-hitting questions from you. Am I going to go on Dancing with the Stars again? Probably not. I think that God did me a favor by breaking my legs. That's a tough show. And I got to say, those teachers aren't always very nice, and you don't work your way through being homeless by not sticking up for yourself a little, and I think it would have been bad. I think you would have heard some F words coming out of my mouth and crying, and it just wasn't a good mix for me, probably. I wish I had the abs, though. So, never say never. Yes, sweetheart? Your sister has a guitar? I love that. Does she play it? Yeah? Is there a question involved there? Someone's good at hinting. They're not laughing at you. They think that you're cute. Yeah, I'll sign it if that's what you're getting at. Yeah. Of course. Yes, sweetie.
Oh, how do you yodel?
I will. You want to learn how to yodel? You want to come up here? I'll teach you. Come here. I'll come to you.
You want to go learn how to yodel?
I'll come over here. So to yodel, you have to go from your low voice to your high voice. And there's going to be a crack in the middle. So you go, eh. Hey, that's pretty good. And you want to push really hard in the middle, so go, hey, and try and make that crack. Hey, that's really good. Yay, what was your name?
Kian.
Keen?
Kian.
Oh, Kian. Nice to meet you, Kian. I'm Joel. How's it going? And then to yodel, you just do that over and over. You go, hey, 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 kind of like that. And then it is annoying. He said it's pretty annoying. Thank you, Kian. I just have kindergarten flashbacks with all the other kindergartners called me annoying when I was 6 years old. Lots of therapy years later, it's all okay. Any other questions? Yes.
Good job. Can you comment on the artwork of the book? Did you have any input on that?
I can take 100% no, I can't take any responsibility. I got to choose illustrators. I was given a selection of that my publisher thought might suit my style when she found out what I was looking for. And I chose Amy June Bates. I just thought her stuff was whimsical, but still very sentimental, which I think matched the lyric. I just gave her free rein. She did exactly, she did what she's great at doing. And it was really touching the first time I saw and read through the whole thing all put together. The last picture of the mom nose kissing the baby really made me tear up. It was sweet, and it's such a compliment to the lyric. You had a question? Finally? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because me and you go way back.
Yes, we do.
I've been with you since I was probably.
Well, thank you, darling.
You're my favorite artist. So, in your life, what was the most extraordinary thing you've ever experienced?
In my life, what's the most extraordinary thing I've ever experienced? Well, that's an easy question to answer, really. In 6 words or less? Gosh, I don't know. There's been extraordinarily bad things that made me into such a stronger person. I would have to probably count those along with the great ones. For just, I don't know. I think getting discovered was pretty amazing. I was homeless and completely got discovered. It was like being Cinderella. It was mind-blowing, and it certainly set my life down a different path, so I guess I could say that. In the back of the room. Aside from my dad, who inspired me musically, I'd say Cole Porter would have to be first amongst there. He really made me want to be a songwriter. He wrote great lyrics and great melodies, and I wanted to do both. Anything else? Yes.
If you could, in country music, who would you work with, and who would you like to work with, and sing?
In country music, who would I like to work with? Gosh, so many artists. I do have to say, though, not to brag, but a dream of mine already did come true. I got to sing with Merle Haggard, who I am a huge fan of. He wrote 52 of his own #1 hits, which I don't think anybody else has ever done. I don't know why he doesn't walk around in a superhero cape all the time, because I would. And we got to do a duet. I think that was really a big thrill for me. Other than that, there's a lot of current artists. I think Lady A is amazing, and I love Reba. There's so many. Hard to pick. Loretta Lynn. Oh my God, how did I not say that first? Loretta Lynn. There we go. Anything else? Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song to sing and why?
Do I have a favorite song to sing that I wrote or that somebody else wrote? That I wrote? I don't know. They're like your kids. You don't want to pick a favorite. But if I covered the other song's ears, No, I really don't have a favorite. It's too hard. It's usually whatever I just wrote is usually my favorite thing. I get bored of old things. But I'm happily married. Yes.
What is your favorite song that you have heard out of all the songs you've written?
I don't know if I have a favorite in terms of technique. You know, I don't know how you judge them. You know, for a sentimental reason, the first song I ever wrote is "Who'll Save Your Soul," and I think that has a lot of sentimental. You know, it's a trip. You never think what you're writing alone as you hitchhike through Mexico because you're a genius is going to end up on the radio and change your life. I had no idea.
And you didn't sound like Herman.
I sounded a little.
No.
Just a little. Just a little.
You're talking about
Not up for debate. Anything else? Yeah.
Can you take us through your songwriting process at all?
Can I take you through my songwriting process? It varies. There's two ways of writing. One is just when I sit down and the only way I can describe it is sort of like being a bloodhound. You get a scent. It's like another sense that you use and you develop it over time and you get better at zeroing in. I feel like my job as a writer is if I have an emotion, you know, that really hits me, my job is not to dilute it. So it's like building, if you were stringing beads onto a necklace, that string is the spirit of the emotion and each bead has to not detract from that emotion. If I dilute that emotion so that by the time you're hearing the song it's a watered down feeling, I know I haven't done a very good job, and so I try and just build each word. I know I'm on the right path when it builds the intensity of the emotion so that it feels like you cut your vein and somebody hears it that immediately, whether it's a poem or... Is that too visceral? That wasn't a very pretty example, but it's how it feels to me. And you just sort of blind, you just sort of sniff your way around it. The other way to write is being a professional writer, where you're given a job, you have a deadline, and you write something. And I've gotten some really great songs out of it. I mean, much to people's chagrin, my pop album, Intuition, I had a job to do. Crazy circumstances, but I had to write a song named Intuition, and I did it, and I wrote a hit, and it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe that I was able to pull that off. I was proud of it. Very few other people were, but I liked it. Thanks.